Man, oh man, oh man. I'm so happy I don't live in the States anymore. Y'all just don't know, man. It is an unbelievable feeling, especially as a black man. I promise you guys, I'm going to make a video completely breaking it down, explaining how beautiful it is living in the land of the smiles. That's what they call Thailand. They call it the land of the smiles. They mean that shit literally. And unfortunately, by way of contrast, United States of America is the land of white supremacy. Unarmed people of color getting murdered by the police damn near every week now. And if it's not murder, it's racial harassment by the police. On Terence Crawford's 38th birthday, he gets pulled over by the police at gunpoint. I just woke up this morning, opened my phone, seen a whole bunch of messages sent to me and links, seeing this story. Instead of being treated like an Omaha, Nebraska citizen, Terence Crawford, he was treated like he was Jeffrey Dahmer or Ted Bundy. That's the way he was pulled over. At gunpoint. The craziest thing is Terence Crawford, he was only inches away from losing his life to a racist police officer, or less than inches. And the reason why I say that is because once again, this man's finger was on the trigger. This just once again goes to show you, it doesn't matter where you are in America, you will never be safe. It don't matter how much money you got. It doesn't matter where you live. You live in the best neighborhood. You live in the worst neighborhood. You will never be safe around white supremacy. If you don't have the complexion for the protection, that cop, he had no right to pull out his gun. And he had no right to pull them out of the car. And this is the reason why the Fourth Amendment, it really needs to be taught in school, especially to people of color. Because a lot of people don't even know about the Fourth Amendment or the Constitution alone. Because the Fourth Amendment, it protects you from unreasonable searches and seizures by the police. This means law enforcement must generally obtain a warrant before searching your person, home, or property, unless there's a legitimate exception to the warrant requirement. The Fourth Amendment, it also provides a basis for laws concerning stop and frisk, surveillance, and the use of excessive force by law enforcement. So a lot of people in general don't know their rights, and police officers, they take advantage of this. But this situation with Terence Crawford, what just happened, is far more dangerous. I'll tell you why. Because, see, this is something I always worried about. After the George Floyd shooting, I started thinking to myself, man, eventually these cops, they're going to end up taking out an actual celebrity. They're going to end up killing some black celebrity, not even knowing who he is. And when that happens, the storm is going to be way bigger than the George Floyd storm was. And because America is not doing anything about this white supremacist epidemic in the country, eventually it's going to happen, because it got really close to happening today with the champion Terence Crawford right after he has a parade on his birthday. This situation is going viral right now. It's making the Omaha Police Department look really bad. If they don't fire the police officer that did this, this is going to make them look even worse. Terence Crawford is like the mayor of Omaha. He's the biggest and most loved in the whole city. I mean, this is like some white guy pulling over Michael Jordan at gunpoint. Now, for the racists to really understand my point, imagine if some black cop, he pulled over the most famous white athlete in his own city at gunpoint. Could you guys imagine what MAGA, the rest of MAGA, Fox News will be saying about it? Now, according to reports, the police chief has ordered an internal affairs investigation on the police officer, and the mayor supports the investigation. In fact, the mayor, John Ewing, he was at the parade and gave Terence Crawford the key to the city.
Okay, Mayor, can you come here real quick?
Oh, man.
Mayor. So, this just came to my mind. I got the key to the city, right? A lot of y'all probably don't know, but this is my second key to the city.
Let's go, bud.
So that means today my day, right? That's your day. Okay, so T, you can have that day, all right? The first key to the city is March 4th, the same day as my son. It's a special day, but at the same time, I would never take the light or take anything away from my son, you know, so he can have that day. But tell me, what do this open?
Today, whatever you want.
Hey, y'all got that on camera? Today, September 27th, Anything I want is mine. I don't want to hear nothing. If I go in a restaurant and say y'all packed and y'all ain't got no room, I'm gonna say today. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, you could get anything you want. And what did Terence Crawford get? A gun pointed to his head. Guys, do you know how crazy that is? Only hours after you were given the key to the city, you come within inches of losing your life. If you guys really think about it, Terence Crawford, he came closer to losing his life than the majority of us listening to this video. Damn that, I could say than the majority of people, period. How do you go from being treated like the most important person in the city to the least important person in the city? The police officer, he claims he drew his gun because he seen guns in the car. He seen a gun on a floorboard. But that's not illegal to have a gun in your car when you can have legally permitted guns. So even with that excuse, it still does not justify pulling your gun on the person that you're pulling over for a traffic stop. And once again, according to the Fourth Amendment, they didn't have to get out of the car. Terence Crawford, he goes from having one of the best days in his life to having one of the worst days in his life, all in the same day. That day was supposed to be nothing but joy. And all of a sudden, it becomes a day where you fear losing your life. It's truly an amazing story, unfortunately, because everything that happened to Terence Crawford on this day is the story of America in a nutshell. I could proudly say what just happened to Terence Crawford, that shit would never happen to anyone in Thailand. And I'm gonna tell you, man, the only people that be really wilding out here in Thailand and be doing stupid, crazy shit to the police and to Thai people in general are white people, because they come over here with that entitlement, but it doesn't work over here in Thailand because this is not their country. See, they're not backed up by white supremacy and systemic racism. They're the minority when they come over here. So when they try to bring that shit over here to Thailand, oh man, they get a rude awakening. But they still don't get guns thrown in their face, is my point. No matter how stupid they act, police are not pulling guns on them when they pull them over. So, at the end of the day, everyone has their own culture. I told you guys, the number one culture in America is the black culture. And unfortunately, the only culture that white people have is systemic racism, mass murder shootings, segregation, Jim Crow, and the N-word because they created that word.
Celebrated hometown boxing champ Bud Crawford's accomplishments with a parade. He's pulled over by Omaha police, setting off a social media firestorm. Good evening, I'm Brian Mastry.
And I'm Zena Taher. Today is Bud Crawford's birthday. He turned 38. What happened at the traffic stop early this morning in downtown Omaha is now the subject of an internal investigation at the police department.
First Alert 6 reporter Andrew Pfeiffer tonight with reaction from the mayor and Omaha police. He also talked to one of the people in Crawford's vehicle, and Andrew joins us live in the newsroom. Andrew?
Brian, Zena, new details emerging from an incident early this morning surrounding Terence Bud Crawford and his security team. It escalated to a point where guns were drawn by police. Now, just over the weekend, a parade was held for the pound-for-pound champ. He was awarded the second key to the city from Mayor John Ewing, but later that night, that celebration turned to fear. For those inside the vehicle pulled over just a couple blocks from where the party was held. Police say they pulled over a vehicle for reckless driving at around 12th and Cass. Once they had stopped, Crawford was identified as the driver. According to police, officers observed a firearm on the floorboard on the driver's side. All four people, including members of Crawford's security team, were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. I spoke with the head of Crawford's security this afternoon, who says he's still shaken up.
I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives. That was a nightmare. Future husband, just had a brand new child and, children and stuff like that. And to know that I almost lost my life last night because we had a police officer that don't know how to articulate a traffic stop.
Thankfully, nobody was hurt, and Crawford was issued a citation for reckless driving. All the firearms inside the vehicle were also all legally owned. In a statement from the mayor today, it reads, quote, "I learned Omaha police pulled over Terence Bud Crawford on a traffic stop downtown early this morning. After learning of this, I spoke personally to Bud Crawford. I acknowledged the seriousness of what occurred and how trust between law enforcement and our community is important and should shows the need to be continuously vigilant about building relationships.
So a couple weeks ago, I was at the grocery store shopping with my wife, and as we were leaving, I see a black woman sitting down with her kid, and she was there with a Thai woman, right? And she was sitting on a bench. And as I walked past her, she said in the nicest way, like, hello, like talking to me, right? And it was kind of refreshing to hear that American accent that I haven't heard in a while. So I said to her, hey, how you doing? And she said, I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. And I said, okay, have a good day. Well, fast forward to present day. I'm sitting on the sofa with my wife watching TV. She's watching TikTok, and I hear her sister talking, right? And this sister's talking about Thailand. And the stuff that she says, before I even look at who it was, I say, hey, send me that. I want that clip right there. Send it to me. So I'm watching the clip, and it turns out to be the same black woman that said hi to me at the grocery store. It turns out she has her own TikTok where all she does is talks about Thailand. So I want you guys to look at this clip that caught my attention when I first heard her talking. Check it out.
So, listen. Oh, damn, I'm picking out, y'all. Whatever. Anyway, I can hear God better here. I kid you not. I don't know what's going on in the States because I've always been a pretty spiritual person. Pretty spiritual person. But over here, I hear God better. God moves for me better here. And it made me wonder, why is it that God is always telling his people, get thee out of thy country and away from all your kinfolks, but we don't like them no doggone way, and go to a land that I will show you. That is what God told me. God told me to get out of America and come to Thailand. And I moved within 3 months. Now I understand why God told me that. I didn't understand it before. But if you serve God, you need to be under leadership and authority that believes in loving their people. The royal family of Thailand believes in loving the people. So it's easier for my algorithm to submit and surrender to people like that. I love this land. God bless Thailand, and God bless the royal family. And America, I'm praying for y'all too.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.